Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a personal reading for someone who wanted a twin flame reading. So I'm going to get right into it. If you found your way to this reading and it's not your personal reading, then stay tuned. Maybe some information will come through for you as well. So I'm excited to do another reading for you. I'm so glad that you hit me up again and that you liked my last reading. And I love the reading you did for me. It was so beautiful. And I hope that this will help you for where you're at right now. I'm just doing my typical twin flame spread for you, love spread. It's going to look at you and the joined energy between you and the person in question. It's going to look at their energy, your energy. It's going to look into what he knows that you don't, and the masculine. And then it's also going to look into what you know that he doesn't. So I'm going to make this reading really personal to you, but for anyone who's watching, you can just take, when I say him, that's going to mean divine masculine. When I say her, it's going to mean divine feminine. And it doesn't really matter what gender you are. It's just more like a term of the energy. I've had people who I've done readings for who were female, but really identified more with the divine masculine energy, and that was fine. So just a bit of that to you guys. I'm totally not trying to be like I don't know, I'm all into the gender fluid thing and being gender neutral and stuff, and I know a lot of you guys who are following me are into that as well. And I'm not trying to pick one over the other or anything. I'm not trying to say it as a gender construct. So, you know, if you feel like you're listening to the reading and the feminine, you usually identify with that, but the masculine actually is identifying more with you, then just trust that. It'll be easy to tell which one is you. I'm gonna look at their feelings towards union and your feelings towards them. And then we'll have advice from spirit. So I went ahead and pulled a bunch of cards. I'm also using my personal deck here. I made for myself, and it gives really direct messages. It'll be a lot easier for me to really grab the gist of these readings for you. So let's get started here. I love how I pulled the true love card for you guys when it comes to your joined energy. So this is definitely a person that, you know, your love is very sacred and romantic, and it's beautiful. It's definitely not the kind of love you have with anyone else in your life. It's sacred, you know? I feel like there's genuine feelings here on both sides, and it's something that you guys really cherish. I just feel like that word is coming to me. Also, speaking of, when I was pulling cards, the name Sean came to me. I don't know if that means anything to you. If it does, let me know. It could mean that you're going to be meeting someone named Sean soon. I don't know if that's the name of your twin, or someone significant from your past, or anyone from the other side who's trying to talk to you. But let me know. And it could have just been me, or something else I was tapping into that happens. So just let me know what's up with that, because I'm interested. That doesn't normally happen when I'm pulling cards. So I also see here in your joined energy that there's a lot of secrets. That's what's interesting. Secrets. So maybe this reading will really help, because it's going to reveal some of the aspects of this that are hidden right now. Of course, if there's something that's supposed to remain hidden, it will, but maybe we can bring something up here. I also see that you guys generally are both very grounded. It makes me wonder if you're both earth signs or if he's an earth sign. But yeah, a general joined energy of this true love and this romance, and like you guys cherish each other, but there's a lot of secrets, so it makes me think there's tension here. And I did pull the Shih Tzu card, and the Shih Tzu card says, finding yourself in the same place that you were before? What is it that you need to do differently this time around? So it's like you guys are going in circles here. There's secrets, there's some stuff that's being left in the dark here. It might be very frustrating for one or both of you. So you guys are going around in circles. And it's saying that there are some ego issues here. Like, one or both of you guys are a bit attached to the drama of and trying to like distract yourselves with some drama as like a survival instinct. And like there's a lot coming into your thoughts, like both of your thoughts or just his. And it says that it's time to stand up to others' demands on your thought space and mental energy. And it's saying there's like a gift of a shift to the focus on your passions. So it's like maybe there's been a bit of roaring overthinking happening in this relationship, which is totally normal. That's how twin flame relationships are. They're so intense. Like these emotions you feel, and like love can be crazy sometimes, especially twin flames. So it's like you guys are trying to process what happened or what's happening. Maybe you guys are just feeling a lot of this energy and this tension of this awakening that's happening right now. And it's bringing up a lot of stuff. And I think, though, ultimately that this seems to be a bit more in the past. Like the focus here is with this grounded energy that's coming in right now. So you guys are a lot more grounded. There's secrets, there's secrets between you guys, and there's something different that needs to happen. So maybe the advice from Spirit will have some action to take to help kind of break out of this cycle. It's like this cycle you guys are kind of stuck in, but it's ending. The links here is making me think that it's ending. So that's good news. But wow, that's kind of complicated. That's something different for the joined energy. I've been doing these readings a lot, and so I'm starting to notice patterns. I'm starting to notice when something's unusual, and this seems a bit unique to your situation. I wonder what type of person your twin is. I just feel like they're like this Mr. Darcy type character. Do you like Pride and Prejudice? That just came through. I love Pride and Prejudice, so I know that's probably because like more on my side, but if that's one of your things, let me know. I just feel like he's very tight-lipped, quiet. He might be very tall. He's very eloquent when he speaks. He likes to think a lot about what he says before he writes back, before he speaks. And this is like he's keeping secrets because he's very careful about what he reveals to people. So, interesting. I'm picking up a lot on this guy. So this is his energy. I'm starting to tap into his energy now. So I pulled wow, look at this. This is your energy, and then this is his energy. So maybe what's going on here, this imbalance or this crazy dynamic I'm feeling, is more on his end. Because, you're so peaceful and balanced, and guess what? If you guys are twins and you're so balanced and peaceful, because I watch your readings, and you're like goals for me. I feel like you're like the perfect role model of serenity and peace. I have ADD, so I don't know how well and how much I'm going to be able to chill my vibes out, but you're totally goals for me. Like, I just love your energy. It's so peaceful, and it just has a very calming effect on me. And I think that it's because you've done a lot of work on yourself. I can just tell. I know how much time you've probably spent in meditation, and I know how much change and action you've probably taken to get to this point in your life from what the energy I feel from you. So I feel like this guy is having a lot of shift in his life right now because of you. He's in your soul family, and whatever happens to you is going to be reflected in the greater whole. And so you know this, and you're like, I want my union. And so you're like, you're going to bust your ass, excuse my language, but working on yourself to manifest this is like what I'm getting. So he's definitely feeling that. But it's actually really good news here. He has had a lot of shift. I think the last time I read for you, we were talking about that. We were discussing what was going on, but it seems like I said, he is kind of on the other side of this. There's this grounding energy coming through, so he's holding the light. I feel like he's had his awakening. He's becoming more conscious. It's like he just feels like he wants to do the right thing. It's really not that big of a deal to him. He's just like, it just makes sense to him. Common sense, just like be a decent person. And he's finding joy in his life because he's starting to manifest more of his material goals into his reality. Like he maybe has a nice place to live, or, you know, he has a good job, his bills are paid, he feels he's thankful, you know, there's a gratitude coming through. He might have even had something specific he was trying to manifest, like a promotion or a specific job. I feel like something related to his career. He's had a big milestone recently, so he's feeling more confident, and he's becoming awakened to his purpose in life. You know, he's figuring out what his gifts are and his strengths and his talents are, and he's putting them to use, and it's like been a very natural unfolding. He's had to be kind of clever and kind of flow with the twists and turns of his life because it's been a bit complicated for him to get here, but he's on the right path. And so I feel like this is really, really good indication to you that there's this beautiful energy exchange happening here between you guys, this connection. You guys are kind of leveling up simultaneously, I'm seeing. Your energy is trusting, like you're very trusting. And you also you're at a place in your life where you're just trying to continue your healing. You're very focused on your chakras, it seems like. You're just learning a lot about your chakras and really trying to like make sure you're cleaning them out and getting them balanced. And you're attracting an abundance of good times into your life, actually. I feel like you want adventure and you want fun. Like you've been very serious for a long time in your life, and there is actually a lot of fun coming your way. And you know that in the end, you're going to have something to celebrate too when it comes to this relationship. And so you're just kind of, the secrets, you're staying tight-lipped right now as well, because you're like, you know what? I know what my future is going to be. And this is saying a message to you to trust. I'm going to read you this card because it pretty much sums it up, okay? Trust in your journey and where it has taken you so far. Trust in your natural skills, abilities, talents, and interests, and the ability you have to use these for the highest good of yourself and others. Trust in your ability to generate all the abundance you need with these natural gifts and skills. Trust in your future self to make the best decisions possible to secure what it is you wish for, and trust that everything you are going through right now is preparing you for what you asked for. And trust that you are always safe and protected at all times. I had like this huge breakdown one day and like wrote this card. That's pretty much how all of these cards got made. Each one is like represents a breakdown, I swear. This trust card comes through as a reminder, but it also can indicate that this is where you're at right now. And so when you're in a mindset like that, that's a miracle mindset. You know, you get really in the flow with your life, and there's a fire energy right now happening inside you. It's like this fire is ablaze, like you're just ready, and you're not even intimidated by Mercury retrograde. You're not even intimidated by this eclipse season. You're just like, bring it on. I'm ready for these changes. I'm ready. Let's do this. But at the same time, you're also very balanced, and you trust that everything's occurring in perfect timing. So kudos to you, because I feel like your energy is balanced. Like if I drew another card from my Wildwood Tarot, I bet it would be like the balance card. Let's look into what he knows that you don't. So he knows that he's really focused on money right now. Money, money, money is his focus. Maybe it's that it was rough for him for a while and he's still trying to get his head out of the water. Or maybe he's actually doing really extremely well financially and he's just climbing and climbing and getting better and better. And it's like a really crucial time for him in his job to stay dedicated to this. He believes, though. You don't realize that this guy actually has a lot of faith, more than you'd realize. He's starting to actually realize what his purpose is in life. He has his own truth, just like you do. Everyone has their own truth. And so he's learning how to honor and defend his truth and how to stand up for himself and how to assert himself. And he's starting to understand that perhaps the reason that he desires certain things is because that's what's in alignment for him. Maybe there's he came here with these desires because it's like it's a part of his soul intention, you know? So, he's at this point where he's kind of mood boarding and collaging and writing and thinking of ways to express himself in this new truth he's found. So it's like, this is where he's at, and it's like, you might not have even known that that's what's going on with him. So, very interesting. Now, this is what you know that he doesn't. You know that, like, you understand the cycle of life and, like, endings and beginnings. Like, you know that, like, you guys have had this ending, but you know that you're going to meet again. And, he doesn't realize how psychic you are. He might not know about these readings that you do. He doesn't realize the power that you have and that you've been sending love and light his way. He doesn't realize you've been sending healing his way and, like, that kind of stuff. He might think you're a lot more confident and self-assured than you really feel on the inside. Like, you might be very hesitant. You do have a lot of abundance around you and harmony and happiness. That's kind of what this card is saying, but it's saying, like, there's something more you want. Like, you're looking off in this direction because you're hesitant to move forward, or maybe you're hesitant to leave this place to go to somewhere else or to the next level. Maybe it's that you want this reunion, but you're also afraid to leave behind what you've built for yourself on your own, and that's something that's coming through. I also feel like I'm like, what does this card mean? This card, I made it because green and yellow are like my colors, and it represents healing and communicating, which is totally my life purpose. I'm a healer, I'm a communicator, I love talking. I've always been like such an empath healer person and gravitated towards jobs where I was helping others, and so I feel like maybe he doesn't understand this or know this nurturing healer side of you. Maybe you're hesitant to show this side of yourself to him. Not like it's that big of a deal, you know, everyone's got their thing. Like, everyone has their own unique way of perceiving this world, and everyone has their own type of spirituality. Even atheists, like, that's the thing, like, they don't believe in anything. Like, some people are really into that whole concept of, like, nothingness and the void. Some people are super Christian, and some people are whatever. Like, obviously, organized religion has its flaws, and I'm not speaking on that, but what I'm trying to say is, I feel like you're nervous to express this side of yourself to him, but you don't realize that he actually has a side of himself that's very similar. It's just unique and authentic to him, you know? We are all connected and we are all similar in a lot of ways, but we are also all very unique. And that's the reason we're here, is to have this unique individual experience. So, you know, it's okay that you're different, is what this message is trying to say. And that, you know, that's something that's coming through for you. It's okay to be who you are, and you don't have to be shy about it. And I know that this is actually a really sweet message that's coming through for me too, because sometimes as a reader I need to hear that it's okay. And these cards come together perfectly to illustrate that it's okay to be who you are. Like, don't hesitate, and continue to send love and light, and just do your part, and just express yourself however you see fit, whatever that means, you know? Trust yourself in this flow you're in. Here are your feelings towards union. You have been thinking about this a lot when you're out in nature. I feel like when you're outside and you're on long walks, you're thinking about this and you're trying to manifest it. You might have even been doing manifestations where you're picturing yourself in like a nature place, and you're doing rituals and stuff like that, and manifestations and visualizations about this. But it's like you just want to be in the flow of your life. You want everything to happen, and it's, you know, authentic timing, and you're a very balanced individual, especially at this moment. So your feelings are like, if this is supposed to happen, fine. I'm going to do my part. I actually want this, and I'm going to, you know, put it out there, but I'm just going to trust. I feel like that's your feelings towards union. His feelings towards union Wow. This might be something you didn't know, but he's pretty body conscious. He's feeling like, almost like he's unlovable. This might be very subconscious. It might not be something that he's like, I hate the way that my nose looks, so I am blocking myself from relationships. And like, it's not conscious. It's just something people don't realize. Like, if you don't accept yourself and you don't come to love those aspects of yourself that you're uncomfortable with or whatever, eventually they kind of take over, and you start doing crazy things, like making excuses not to go places, and you know, you just look in the mirror and all you see is that body part. And I guess obviously I have some personal personal feelings towards this. I've gone through this, learning how to accept my body. I feel like he has this block because he doesn't accept his physical self. Maybe he's just out of shape and like he's not feeling himself. He doesn't feel like pursuing women or anybody. Sorry, I feel uncomfortable. Might not feel like pursuing anyone. He's very alone right now and isolated. You might not know that, but he's very, very, very isolated right now. He doesn't feel comfortable with who he is. And he's transitioning out of this time of solitude in his life to a place where he's going to learn how to accept himself more. So it's like how he feels about union. This isn't really talking about union. It's talking about maybe what he needs to do to be ready for it. So that might be giving you more insight, because maybe your question isn't really how he feels about it, because obviously, like, we're getting this true love card, like he does love you, but it's more like what's blocking this. The block is right here. This is the block. This might shock you. You might not have known this. He's really struggling with accepting, not like his shadow side, because it could mean that he's not really accepting his emotions as well, like the fact that he's an emotional being, or his feelings. He might kind of push him away, and but a lot of times people who do that are also people who are very insecure with themselves in general, emotionally, physically, likewise. So there's insecurities, but you know that this spiritual path in life somehow kind of leads you authentically towards confronting those and moving past them, hopefully. So I hope that helps. Now, advice from Spirit. I love this card. It's like the best. It says, allow yourself to nourish your heart and soul. Follow your imagination and be creative. Explore something new and different. So what does that make you think of, you know? Are you being called or led to start some type of new project? I just saw an image of like a magazine or a blog or something. I feel like there's some type of media you want to create. They're saying pay attention to your dreams, fantasies, and visualizations, imagination, and insight. A lot of what you imagine has a strong basis in reality, no matter how far off it may seem. You have been given prophecies in this form, so trust your insight. Allow your creativity to soar and follow your dreams. You are entitled to them, and you are worthy. A way is being paid for you, and so it is. So, do you want to move somewhere? The fox has to do with moving and traveling. So maybe the time is ripe for you to really start thinking about moving somewhere new. I've been getting so many messages about that. Those of you guys who've been following my readings and like watching every single one, you guys know I've been pulling this card and predicting moves a lot. Obviously, it's that time of year for a lot of people in certain parts of the world, but it's also just a vibe that's going around right now. So you're part of that, I feel like. Something about moving. It could also do with traveling in general. Maybe you want to travel. I see a beach here. Maybe you want to go like to a place that has a lot of beaches and relax and do a vacation or something. So I feel like maybe the advice from Spirit is to take a vacation. Obviously be creative, start a new project, but seeing it with this card, advice seems to be take a vacation. So I hope that helps. Take a vacation. That's all the rest I have to say. But overall, I feel like this is such an interesting twin flame reading. I feel like I'm just trying to see this again. There's a lot going on with him right now. He's having an awakening. obviously. I wonder if this card is going to tell you, like, he's had this awakening. I wonder if it's been recent, very, very recent. But you definitely know what he's in store for. I feel like your readings have really been drilling down to what's happening in the energy, so you might be able to add a little bit more to this, but I hope that this helped you out. So, peace out.